And also at stake is this last 3 years, we've watched China, communist China, cozy up to Vladimir Putin and Russia, making the threat that much worse. Former President Trump slamming the Biden-Harris administration yesterday on foreign policy, saying that they've allowed our greatest adversaries to join forces. Watch this.
They've allowed China and Russia to do the impossible combined. They're natural enemies. They always have been, because China needs more land and Russia has it. They've always been natural enemies. They've now become one force. And then now they're adding Iran to it, and they're adding North Korea to it. Pretty powerful force. This is something that is unthinkable that they allowed to happen.
So, Jonathan, you've traveled extensively throughout China, throughout Russia. You know these two adversaries well. What is your take on the position of the two countries in terms of getting together against America?
Well, yeah, I love that he said combined. I think, I've been saying for a long time that Russia, China are a combined adversary, and I think that's the right way to understand it. But this has been going on for a very long time. I mean, it's at least 10 years old. It's probably 20 years old.
Okay.
I mean, the two have intended to fight the U.S. together in the 21st century. I mean, I think we saw the first hints of that in 2014, just as Putin, seized Crimea and China began its island building in the South China Sea. So they've been coordinated for, at least a decade, really longer if you look at some of the roots of even that activity. And the U.S. is going to have to deal with that problem. I think that was always in the making. I mean, photos like that of wine glasses. I mean, I had that in China's Vision of Victory in 2019 before, before this event in Ukraine took on an even deeper phase with the new Russian invasion. So what we have to do, I think, is to treat them as a combined adversary. And the biggest problem is that we've imposed essentially, as you said before, on other things, there have been zero costs to the People's Republic of China from the United States on their support for Putin's war. And that's one where I think it's relatively straightforward what to do.